Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're gonna be doing an e.l.f. one brand only kind of video. If you guys are new here, my name is Alejandra and welcome. If you guys like the content, please don't forget to subscribe at the end of this video. If you've already been subscribed, thank you so much, and don't forget to hit that like button if you guys like videos like this. And without anything else to say, let's get right into the product we're going to be using from e.l.f. is the e.l.f. Hydrating Boost Drops. This product, I started using it I think a little bit over a year, so it's not as new, or probably 6 months ago I bought this. It is so refreshing and I'm going to use this as my primer today. So if you're wondering what this is supposed to do, this is a little hydration boost if you feel like your face is going through a lot. Per se, mine is very dry. So whenever I use stuff like these, it just instantly refreshes my skin. It makes my skin look really plump and hydrated. The next product I'm going to be using is the e.l.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. This is in the shade Brunette. I'm really interested to see if this one works. It says it is a natural looking brow precision pencil that creates full natural looking brows. The ultra slim shape defines and fills in gaps to mimic the look of real hair. So let's give this a try. The first thing I am gonna point out, I did get the shade Brunette, which in the box, it looks like a typical chocolate brown. And how I'm seeing it on my eyebrows, it's almost orange. So the color is way off. I'm gonna go ahead and do the one off of camera, and I'm gonna darken this with a little bit of powder, and I'll be right back. Our next product that we're gonna be trying out is the Hydrating Camo Concealer from e.l.f. and I'm gonna be trying it along with the Camo Concealing Sponge. So it does recommend on the sponge and on the concealer packaging to use this sponge that is by e.l.f. It's pretty bouncy, but let's go ahead and give it a whirl to see if it really works or not. Our lids are primed. I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyeshadow. For today, I'm gonna be using the Bite Size Eyeshadow Quad, and this is in the shade Carnival Candy. So this is the way the eyes came out. I applied some false lashes and I really like the way these shadows perform. Next product is their glitter eyeshadows, and this is in the color Flirty Birdie. So I don't know how I'm gonna incorporate this, but just go ahead and sit back and watch. So at first I didn't know how to incorporate the glitter, but I just kind of added it like a little touch of something. If you guys can tell, it's just a little line, and I feel like it makes the look a little bit more structured than what it was before. I didn't have much fallout, just a couple of little bits here and there, but it doesn't really bother me. I'm gonna go ahead and conceal now with the same hydrating concealer that I prepped my lids with. Let's go ahead and get started. For my foundation today, we're going to be using the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. This is in the shade Natural. that it looks. It kind of looks really white on me. But this foundation does oxidize, so right now my face looks crazy, and I still gotta blend in some bronzer and set the foundation. And to set, I'm gonna be using the Halo Glow setting powder from e.l.f. So for my bronzer and blush, I'm going to be using the Contouring Blush and Bronzing Powder in St. Lucia. For my lips today, I'm going to go in with the Liquid Matte Lipstick in the shade Praline. So this is the way my lip looks. I go ahead and share with you guys the products that I think that are worth it and the products that I think that are not. And maybe just because they didn't work for me, it doesn't mean that they're not gonna work for you. So if you still wanna go ahead and try them, that's why I tried to give my most honest review. So let's start with the blush and bronzing duo. As you guys can see, I have a really nice bronze going on. But I didn't definitely get that with this bronzer. This one was a little too fair for me. I don't know if it was the compact, like the little duo that I picked. Maybe there's darker ones, but this duo for me didn't work. The blush was a little bit too like chunky, and as you guys can see, I can swatch it in my finger and you can barely see it. So they're not pigmented as much. Maybe if they were a little bit more pigmented, I would say they are worth it. I think these are around $4, so it's pretty pricey, but not really if you're thinking e.l.f. wise. The e.l.f. Glow setting powder, I think this powder is nice. It is what I used today to set my foundation and my under eyes, and it didn't make the product move or act weird or anything. I think it did a really good job. I don't know much for the whole like blurring imperfections and fine lines. I don't think it did that for me. Like, I just have to be real. Like, if I would have seen that it completely like smoothed me out or something, I would have definitely shared it with you guys. I don't feel that this does that. Maybe it's not meant for like a more mature skin like mine. Maybe on younger skins it would work a little bit better. It is very finely milled, but I don't find that it does what it claims. But overall, a good powder if you're on a budget. I think this was like $10. The next product I want to talk about is the e.l.f. matte lipstick, which is what I'm wearing today. I really like this. Actually, today is like my second time wearing it. I wore it out the other day for my anniversary dinner with my husband, and it didn't even budge. It went through a dinner and it still looked pretty pigmented. If you were to get a close-up right now, it kind of looks a little burnt out. My lips, I'm sorry, but not anything that doesn't happen with other liquid lipsticks. I think this was like $6. The next product I want to talk about is the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I don't think this product is worth it. The spoolie is okay, but in general, the pigmentation on the pencil is not there at all. There's a lot more other drugstore alternatives like Maybelline that are really, really pigmented than I really swear by. So I'd rather spend my $6 over there, because the Maybelline one, it's around $5. So that one is really pigmented, or I really don't like the pencil. The next product I want to talk about is the e.l.f. I think these are the glitter eyeshadows. And honestly, I think this is like such a dupe for the... I think this is such a dupe for like the Stila ones, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but I kind of feel like it's the same. This one looks a tad darker, but I think it's just the packaging that makes it look darker. This is a fraction of the cost. I think these were like $8 if I'm not mistaken, and it went on really well. I feel like right now it's a little too soon to tell you guys if it lasted like a long time. I did set my face with another setting spray because I didn't find the e.l.f. setting spray. It's always sold out in my town. It's so hard to get it, but I feel like the glitters, you be the judge, but I feel like it's a good alternative for the Stila ones if you guys don't want to break the bank, you know, to get like a glitter product, this would be a nice drugstore alternative. The palette, I feel like the colors and the shades, as you can tell from the eye look, they are really pigmented. They're a little bit hard to work with. I don't know if it was the brushes that I was using, or maybe the primer that I used, but the blue one I think is the most pigmented, and I think the white one is the hardest one to blend. But the other two work really good. They're both matte. I think this one is a matte as well, and the glittery one is the blue one. Definitely if you're on a budget and you want to get yourself a little quad like this would be a good alternative. But as for me, I feel like I have so many palettes with this range that I wouldn't gravitate to it at all. I'm actually gonna give this to my daughter so that she can play. She got herself a little vanity, and I think this is gonna look cute in her vanity. The next product is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. I think this is a really good product overall. I got this at Marshall's, so it was $4. It's originally $6 at Target or at CVS, Walgreens, stuff like that. I think the foundation is good, but you do need to be very meticulous when it comes to what primer you use, because if you have a little bit of texture or you have a little bit more of mature skin or even dryness, the foundation is not like a full coverage foundation, so it will definitely show up on your skin. But overall, I think it's a nice investment to get that foundation. I just don't think that I picked the right color, because as you guys can see, my hands look like a little bit more tan than my face. I just kind of, you know, balanced it out a little with a lot of bronzer, and I did have to go in with another bronzer because, like I said, the e.l.f. one was not cutting it for me. The next product is the e.l.f. Hydrating Boosting Drops. I think this is a good hydrator, but that's it. Like, I don't feel like it does anything different. It doesn't claim to be pore minimizing or anything like that. So if you're looking for a good moisturizer alternative to look a little bit more fancy, something pretty to display on your vanity, definitely you will have hydration from this, but that's it. Nothing else will come out from it. So I do see that I would have to go in with a little bit more of pore minimizing, or, you know, like just to minimize the little pores in my face, because I do have some pores, girl, I know. And the second to last product is the Hydrating Camo Concealer. I love this stuff. I think this is like a Tarte dupe in its own. It is really good. It has a really good coverage. It wears nicely. I can actually say that I think I can wear this without setting it, and it wouldn't crease on me. But keep in mind, I do have dry skin, so if you want to pick up the Camo Concealer, they also have a matte version which has a top black, just in case all my oily girls out there, hello, you guys want to try it. You guys have a Camo Concealer as well, and it's not hydrating, so you guys can give that one a try. The last product is the Camo Concealer Sponge. I feel like this sponge isn't anything out of the world, but it's really good to get in those really hard to reach areas, especially around the brows. I feel like, as for me, that I constantly need to fill in my brows. It's always a struggle to clean up around them, because you have to be so careful not to mess them up, and I feel like this product would be very beneficial for that. It does great with wet and dry products, so I used it to set my concealer and it worked really nice. So overall, those are my thoughts on all these e.l.f. products. I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know in the comments if you guys have, or you guys have tried any of these products. As always, I would love to know and share my thoughts and opinions with you guys down in the conversations below this video. I also want to thank you guys so much for watching, and also thank you guys so much for this video suggestion. I always love to do one brand tutorials, and I have a really cool video headed to you guys on Thursday. I hope you guys set your little alarms. If you guys are not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe before you leave. I would be very thankful, and also turn on your bell notifications so you guys get notified every time I upload a video. So I know YouTube be lagging a little, so don't forget also to share your comments down below if you guys liked this type of video. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.